stubborn. Why is it that evil's so drawn to the physical?
because it's the only power it has.
Hmm.
In this physical world, evil can only work through people. Would you see it otherwise? No. So we're it.
That's true. And all the scary things that, everything in scary movies only happens once the evil presence becomes physical.
Once it becomes visible.
Yeah.
Yeah, visible. I think it's kind of funny. I've been a psychic medium all my life. I've been schooled, I've been educated, I've been tested, I've been made seriously ill 3 or 4 times to mediate these frequencies. And anything you can imagine is out there. Everything is there. Where do you think the wonderful artists, the animators, Disney, where do they get these characters? Well, they pick it up intuitively that these are real beings, that they're real. Are they physically real? Not all of them. Most of them aren't. But what is real? What is reality? Reality is what you perceive at the time, right? So what affects you externally, internally. And all this stuff has a way of working together. It has a way of working its own stuff out. And you don't need to know about all of it. You don't need to deal with it. But some people are obsessed, like I am, with the supernatural because the dead love me. And that's just how I am. All these beings run through the house. Tom even sees them. And this sounds batshit crazy, but we had a gargoyle knock out the window from the inside of the house.
Wow.
I wasn't going to tell that story because it's so crazy. But I came into the bedroom one morning, and our bedroom is a story up. It's like second story, and it's on stilts. This is a huge house. It's so stupid. I don't know how we ended up here, how we built it. We bought it as a short sale years ago. So it's up on stilts. And I came into the bedroom and I said to Tom, that window? Why is that window busted? He said, what the hell? Did a turkey fly out, one of the wild turkeys? And it was the dead of the winter. We didn't hit it with the lawnmower. And I looked at it and tuned in. I said, oh my God. It's right in the portal area from the left-hand side of my bed where I have all this altar stuff that runs maybe 15 feet all the way to the window. And that's a portal area. And I've spoken before about these beings that pop in and out of that. Hello. I'm going, oh, great. I was just going to sleep. Guess not now. But I'm used to it. This is my life. It's normal to me. But that window was broken. So, and I was dreading this. I saw what had happened psychically, that a gargoyle went through a portal, literal, not a physical one, but it became physical long enough as it dropped frequency enough just to break that window. So here comes the window repair guy. Oh boy. He says, well, that's peculiar. Do you have birds in the house? I said, no, don't have any birds in the house. Well, did your cat jump? No, my cat, weighs 8 pounds, is not going to jump up and slam her paw through the window. And you could see the impact. You could see it. And he said, well, what did this? I said, I don't know. Do you have kids here who would? No, 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 no. He said, well, what must have happened, because this is what we do logically, we look for reasons, and you should try to debunk it. He said, it must have been pressure or temperature did that. I said, yeah, some kind of pressure did that. So he fixed it, and I sat there feeling like a friggin' idiot 'cause I couldn't. Yeah, well, a gargoyle did that. No. But I wasn't going to tell that story, but it just seems appropriate right now for some reason because I can guarantee you anything and everything you imagine is out there. So, how did that happen, physics wise? Some of these beings, for example, if you're sitting in your house and you see something shoot across the room, you go, that looked like a this or a that, looked like a cat. We don't have a cat. What happens is they drop frequency long enough for you to see them purposefully or not. So that's what happened in that instance. And I've told stories about having the bejesus scared out of me. I'm sitting coming down the stairs of the studio, feel somebody behind me. I'm like, okay, Sully, just sit down, calm down. I sit down, and this was, the story about 12 years ago. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm so uncomfortable. I can feel him there. And I turn around and I see it's a friend in the spirit world. He's here all the time. He's going, why are you scared? I said, I'm not scared. My body is. And why is that? Think about this. Your physical body wants to survive. Your physical body depends on the five physical senses to discern reality. You need those senses. So don't get mad at it if your body is scared, but you aren't, because your body is a different race structure than you. You have your race structure of your body, of your astral body, your emotions. You have your mental, your spiritual. You have different energy fields called your aura. So when that gargle, and he didn't even apologize. It cost us like $400. It was ridiculous. I mean, spirits like, we'll pay you back. I'm going, yeah, what, with Monopoly money? What are you going to pay us back to? But that's the truth, and I don't think I've told that story anywhere. It's not even in any of the books because it was so weird.
That's a great story. And one of the reasons I love Zoli Art Radio is we talk about some of the wilder and more strange aspects of life here. And it also helps people, myself included, not feel so crazy when I thought I saw something and I convinced myself, like the window installer did, oh, it must have been this or that.
We all see that. We all do. Any skill I have is not special. I'm not. I'm not a guru, a teacher, an alien. I'm a person. Any of the skills I have, everybody has them, but maybe they don't come up to visibility. Maybe it's like some people are better at basketball than others. You see, that's what it is. The skills that I have that I write about, and we're up to almost 10 books, to tell you you have things you're not using. And on the other hand, maybe you're one of the people that you should ignore this shit. Just seriously, stay in the physical. If you're having, and we've mentioned this before, if you're having psychiatric issues and you are on a medication for that, if you're having psychiatric issues and you're not getting help, please seek help. And you should probably stay away from this stuff. You need to physical, you need to physically help yourself. Treat the symptoms because the physical body is what you live in. It doesn't make you spiritual to have psychic experiences. There are neurotransmitters that are triggered by psychic experiences that mirror and mimic many psychiatric diseases. And you may not know which one it is. So get help, seek help. Some of the saddest cases, when I used to deal with this some of the saddest cases I ever saw were people who were so sure they were having psychic evolution and development. And they go off and they do ayahuasca or something, and they are batshit crazy now because you will change your neurology. The brain is an organ and it needs to be fed, it needs to be moderated, and you might need help dealing with yours. So, this is not for everybody. So, for me to say you have the same skills I have, yes and no. I've spent 50 years in schools and developing these skills, but I was also born with them. I've been tested psychologically, psychiatrically, over and over and over and over. And I'm so called fine. I'm okay. I'm not neurotic. I don't have psychiatric disorders. I'm just who I am. But you need to figure out who you are. But if you're having bizarre things happen in your life and other people are concerned about you, also get some help. Stay away from the psychic. Do the physical first.
That's great advice to do the physical first because it's what comes first. We're not here without the physical.
No, you're not. I mean, you're a person. I've always said we in Catholicism we need more Catholic psychiatrists than exorcists. We got to figure this stuff out. You can drive yourself crazy by starting to believe in all the man-made dogma that says there's something wrong with you, because there will be.
Yeah, it's easy to find something wrong, but it's also important to find something right.
Yeah, and you were right because you mentioned that earlier. Media will tell you that everything's wrong with you because they can't control you if there's not. But you'll become more delightful to be around and freer in your mind, body, and spirit. You will lighten up. You'll be able to say no to what you don't want the more you find out who you are, what you are, develop more of a backbone, develop some courage. And if you can't do it by yourself, which I hope you can't, because we all need help and collaboration, please find help. Find somebody and something, but start with asking the invisible world. Say, where do I go? It's called prayer. It's called invocation. I need help.
That's a beautiful reminder. And it's much appreciated to always bring it back to the fact that there's more love and more hope than anything else.
Oh, there is love, no beginning and no end to it. Hate has a beginning, a middle, and an end. It doesn't go anywhere, but the love that you have for yourself will allow you to do whatever it is you came here to do. And I guarantee you, if you're feeling hopeless, suicidal, upset, how do you know that in 60 seconds something's not going to happen to change your life? That's love.
That's love. And when we find it within ourselves, we shine it outwards, and then it's easier to see and feel.
Beautifully put. Beautifully put. Thank you, Linda. Great
Thank
ending.
you. It's always a pleasure. Take care, and we'll talk to you soon.
Thank you, honey. Bye bye.